How's everybody doing tonight? I dressed up a little bit for you. And by that, I mean I didn't change after work today. So you're welcome. No wonder they call me the hot secretary at work, because I wear shit like this, because it's comfy. Ladies, who loves wearing dresses? It looks like you put in so much effort, but all you did was slap on one thing. It's early. Who gives a fuck, right? I actually just applied for a promotion at my job to be the safety manager of a massive concrete company. And I felt like I was doing really good. And then I got to the interview and they're like, what's your motto about safety? And I took my Burning Man phrase and I was like, well, safety third, obviously. And, but you know, I felt like I still had a really good chance of it. And I had a little too much fun at comedy night last week. I stayed up north. I live in Santa Maria. I work in Santa Maria. And I'm driving back to my house at 7:30 in the morning. And I have an aggressive driver behind me in the fast lane. And I'm like, it's fine, I'm gonna get over, it's fine. I get over, and he gets on the right side of me and he starts yelling at me, and I'm like, I don't know what you want, dude, like, I'm half asleep. And he passes me and I realize, shit, I hope that was not somebody I work with. Sure enough, I get to work, and one of the dispatchers walks out and he's like, was that you that I yelled at on the freeway this morning? I saw you texting and driving. First of all, Dwight. Yes, that's really his name. I was not texting and driving. I was driving and half asleep and trying to place my mobile Starbucks order. So I didn't get the safety manager position. Life goes on. Another thing I said in that interview is like, what's your experience with our company in the concrete yards? I said, well, you know, when I was 10, I used to hang out in our concrete yard in Solvang. And I would go through and just play in the massive sand piles. And this is like at 6 o'clock after the whole plant's closed down. And I was definitely not allowed to be there. But it's okay because I've learned my lesson now. Now I'm safe. I guess. Does anyone here have kids? Yeah. I don't. I have a dog. She's great. I have a little French bulldog. Her name's Gail. She's used to being the center of my entire world until this last weekend. We went up to Oakland to babysit my 4-month-old nephew, which was great. We had a great time. I had a great time. Gail, on the other hand, was not so accustomed to being the third wheel on this whole little adventure of me practicing being a mom or an auntie or whatever I was doing. Gail was not accustomed to this. So we wake up Sunday morning after being there since Friday night, and she's limping around. She's like, I'm hurting. I'm not feeling good, Mom. And I'm thinking, oh, it's a big house. You know, she probably went outside. She injured herself. You know, I better take extra good care of her. The result was she got an egg with her food. She got a shit ton of rice with her food. She gets an entire can of wet cat food. And she gets a shit ton of the cat's pain medication in all of this. We get home Sunday night, and I'm still kind of worried about her. We get to my boyfriend's house, and she is like, she looks fine. And I look at her, and I'm like, oh, look at Gail, you're so much better. And she does one of these. Bitch was faking it the whole time. So now I know what it's like to have kids. Except I have a much more emotional child that will never grow up. Thank you everyone so much.